Once upon a time, in a cozy little village named Willow Creek, there lived a curious kitten named Rufus. Rufus had soft, fluffy ginger fur, and a tail that twitched with excitement every time he discovered something new. He lived with a kind-hearted old lady named Granny Mabel, who adored Rufus and always told him stories about the villagers and their colorful traditions. One crisp October morning, Rufus noticed something peculiar in the air. The village seemed a bit busier than usual. The grown-ups were hanging up spooky decorations, while the children eagerly talked about costumes, candies, and something called Halloween. Rufus, being a kitten who loved to explore, decided he had to find out what this Halloween was all about. His adventure began when Granny Mabel pulled out a dusty cardboard box from the attic. "Rufus, my dear," she said, "it's time to decorate for Halloween." She gently placed an old witch hat on Rufus's head, making him look like the silliest little wizard in town. Rufus wasn't sure if he liked it, but it made Granny laugh, so he decided to keep it on for a while. Later that day, as the sun began to set, Rufus snuck out into the village. He followed the moving shadows of children dressed as witches, ghosts, and superheroes. Their laughter and squeals filled the air as they scurried from door to door, collecting sweets and treats. Rufus's first stop was at Mr. Thompson's house, where a fake giant spider dangled by the door. "Watch out, little kitty," laughed Mr. Thompson as he handed out candy to the children. Rufus swatted playfully at the spider, his tiny heart racing with excitement. Next, Rufus padded over to the town square, where a large pumpkin carving contest was taking place. Brightly lit pumpkins with silly faces and missing teeth sat on every step. Rufus was drawn to one particular pumpkin that looked a bit like him. It had a tiny pointed hat carved on its head. "Meow," Rufus mewed appreciatively, before heading to the next adventure. Finally, Rufus arrived at the edge of the village, where his friend, a wise old owl named Oliver, perched on a tall oak tree. "Ho, Rufus," hooted Oliver. "Enjoy your first Halloween?" Rufus nodded enthusiastically, his little witch hat bobbing. His eyes sparkled with joy as he recounted his adventures. The sights, sounds, and most importantly the treats he had tasted. Oliver chuckled. "Halloween is all about fun and a bit of fright. And I see you've had your share of both." As the night came to an end, Rufus trotted back home to Granny Mabel, his small heart brimming with joy, and his little paws tired from the evening's excitement. Granny Mabel was waiting for him with a saucer of warm milk. "Did you have a wonderful time, Rufus?" she asked, smiling. With a contented purr, Rufus curled up beside her, dreaming of witches, candy, and pumpkins, ready to tell all his friends about his very first Halloween adventure. And so, Rufus's first Halloween was filled with fun, laughter, and memories to last a lifetime.